Grab your knives, grab your forks, and grab your syrup. This is Edge and Shive's Waffle Hour. Doodly 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 doo.
Yay.
I'm getting my ass handed to me at the moment by a Mausoleum Knight. I'm level 1.
Nice. I mean, context-wise, you're playing Elden Ring Night Rain, but, you know.
Solo.
So, oh, okay, you're going hardcore now, are you?
I'm doing it solo because I don't want to focus on it too much. I want to just play around with the actual characters. I'm playing as the Guardian at the moment.
Okay. So, yeah, apologies. This is probably our, well, I'd probably say the last podcast we did was a while ago.
It was now, actually. It was before I had my holiday.
That is a good point. It was a while ago. So, apologies as well, because I've been sick as a dog for about a week and a bit. Or a little bit
Yeah,
longer
I'm not
than
being
that.
funny. At least you're actually sounding a bit better now. You sounded like shit before.
That sounded like Barry White if Barry White was, you know, a 40-year-old man. That has like is the most like over the top. No, I don't know. I can't come up with a funny one. But yeah, no, I was coughing. I still have a bit of a cough, so if I cough in the podcast, I apologize. But yeah, I couldn't record anything because you would be like, "How's it going, Edge?" and then you'd be silence. like ejecting my lungs from my coughs. That would totally be the thing. But obviously we are quite excited because there's been a few things that have happened since we've last talked. Obviously, last podcast we were having a chat about what we found about the Blossom Tide event. But there's been some changes of stuff coming through. Monster Hunter, we probably haven't done as much content as we would have liked to have done, I think, because there's just... Though we do
not that much at the moment.
There's not too much to kind of shout home about, and though you do an amazing job, Strife, with uploading the weekly updates,
which I haven't done in a while, to be fair.
You were on holiday, in fairness. You deserved a break. It's just been
I didn't do this week's ones. Which, okay, just as a quick context of this week's one, you get 3 tails is better than 1. And what that does is that gives you the kitty cat hat, and now I am like, my cat is, well, my paladin is like a paladin of the kitty order now.
Well, but we've also kind of been playing other games, I think, haven't we, really?
Yeah.
I mean, you've been playing Elden Ring Night Rain, Phasmophobia...
And Oblivion.
And Oblivion, which you've said has been really good to get into. I've been playing...
I wouldn't say get into, it's been really good to get back to.
Yeah, because that was your first game, wasn't it, I think?
Yeah, that was my first Elder Scrolls game.
So it's got some nostalgia there.
Yes, to be fair, probably most people's first Elder Scrolls game.
And for me, at the moment, I've been playing FF14 a little bit more again because of the new content. I've been playing Expedition 33 on Game Pass, and do you know what? I don't think I've played too much else at the moment. I know my wife's been on the PS5 playing on 2 Point Museum when she has the chance. So for me at the moment, gaming's been kind of a bit low, a bit more kind of relaxed, but that's because I think I'm gearing up for new PC later in the year, and then I'm going to be gearing up for the games that are coming out in the next 18 months. So, but yeah, no, I am
going to have to get myself a PC at some point, but at the same time, it's like I want to get myself one, but I've got the gaming laptop, which, isn't great, but the missus uses that a hell of a lot more than I do, the gaming laptop, which then, in turn, would mean that I would have to buy her a new gaming computer, a bit more decent one, first.
Well, it depends for you. Like, you can have mine, potentially. I mean, you can borrow it if you needed to until you got your own, and then just go back, because then you have to worry about getting rid of it afterwards. I mean, it's...
To be fair, though, you were going to use that to be your workforce in the background, which would probably be better, to be fair.
Absolutely, because I do a lot with it. Because I've been... For those interested, this is my first foray into PC gaming in a long time. And I'm kind of going down more the console route, the PC than console this time. And I think that's been more the current climate with like Nintendo, with Sony, with Microsoft. Not bad mouthing them or anything. It's just my tastes have kind of changed a bit because it's just kind of the trends with what's going on for me personally. For me, I'm getting kind of more into that space. So I've been serving for a
Although,
few
I mean,
years.
that being said, the new Xbox, I think we mentioned it in one of the other podcasts, the new Xbox looks pretty good.
Well, they've announced a new Xbox handheld as well. The ASOG, is it something Ally,
Yeah, I saw that.
which has built-in Steam support. You can play games from Steam on there too. So that's pretty
Look,
cool.
You
Uh,
damn idiot.
so there's any games that are like multiplayer on Steam, you could play on that while I played on. You could have a gaming handheld device like a Steam Deck, or this while I'm on the PC. So there are options. I'm liking that there are more options coming through.
Yeah.
But yeah, so other than that, we've both been also still doing the Warhammer. This is my second year now, isn't it? Getting into it. Same for you because you have been doing the Raven Guard. And
I'm about to start with the Grey Knights now.
your second army, yeah, and I'm still on my first. But we've been talking, and my Tau Formers is having some cool design ideas. So I'm looking forward to that. I've got a little video to send out later this week. I keep forgetting to put out, which is my next project in the Warhammer. So I've got like a Riptide, some Piranhas to do at some point, a Farsight, and a gunship, a Devilfish. So I'm getting really excited to get my army built more and more up. So that's pretty cool. So and you,
Yeah,
and
well,
you did,
as I mentioned, so when we look to go to the Warhammer shop on not this weekend, it'll be the weekend after, I'm potentially looking to get the Combat Patrol then for the Grey Knights. So actually proper starting to kick it off.
and I'm going to look for spare parts to make Dinobots. Oh yeah.
I'm not being funny though, the one that you showed me looks absolutely insane.
I think that's someone's custom job. I'm looking into it a bit more, but I mean, it's still bloody cool.
It is still damn cool.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm hoping that's an actual thing. But
If that's an actual thing, have you Googled it? Dinosaur Tau?
I have. I think that is a custom.
Well,
job.
then again, I suppose if it was anywhere, it'd be in your codex, wouldn't it? You would have already seen it.
Yeah, I'm gonna double check that one in fairness. But then again, it just show the pictures because like the Supremacy armor is amazing. But
Yeah, but that's yeah, but those ones, that's the
Forge.
actual. Is it the Forge World, not Warforge? Forge World stuff.
Yeah. I mean, we are going to be going to Warhammer World in.
We are going
October.
to make the holy pilgrimage to Warhammer World.
If people want us to do some like video footage, if we're allowed to, I'm going to double check that anyway. But if people want to see some quick clips of us there, let us know.
I'm pretty sure it's fine to. You see people taking pictures of it and stuff there all the time. I've seen videos of people putting stuff that they've seen and done around there on TikTok, so I don't see it being a problem.
Yeah, I can always do that. Well, I was asking the day. If people want to see a bit of it to see if it's worth going, absolutely. I've been once before.
I mean, as much as I would probably want to wear my Grey Knights beanie, I feel like I'd have to wear.
Raven Guard.
No, the Two Blokes Play.
Oh god.
I'd have to wear the Two Blokes Play merch.
Yeah, we'd have to, wouldn't we? Absolutely. I mean, the fact that I got those hats for us last year is amazing. So we have that logo now on some baseball caps. How geeky is that? But you know, so yeah. I mean, obviously, I know we're kind of going back and forth a little bit, but we have been kind of incredibly busy, and I think that's a good thing because obviously at the moment with Monster Hunter Wilds, it's kind of drop in, drop out a little bit, and so yeah. But we mentioned before about some news. So obviously, there's been the Summer Games Fest. I have died a little inside. I'm excited, but also died inside.
I actually never watched it, so I got a bit of a brief overview just before we started this recording from Edge of what the games are going to be, but I still don't actually fully know.
Well, for those who have been with this channel for the last few years, they know that predominantly this channel was first created from playing the Resident Evil games, and I started Resident Evil 2 and Resident Evil 3 remakes. Did Resident Evil 5, did Resident Evil 4 a little bit, 6 and 7, 8 on here. 4 remake, I don't know, I can't seem to get into it, if that makes sense. Like, I like it, but I just can't seem to get into it properly, so I'm hoping that might change if I get back into it properly in a bit. Yeah, the Resident Evil 9 was announced, and so though I was excited,
you did also have theories about that potentially. What was it, Resident Evil Outbreak, which you're going to force me to play with you if they do ever remake that.
So when they mentioned, slight spoilers, but it's worth watching the trailer. So watch the trailer first, come back. But the trailer has a character.
Don't worry, we'll wait.
So
have you watched the trailer yet?
They probably haven't. But that's a disclaimer. So there's the character that's announced in the trailer called Grace Ashcroft, who is the daughter of Alyssa Ashcroft, who's a reporter character in the original Outbreak games. For those who don't know, Resident Evil Outbreak was, and please correct me if I'm wrong, was a series of PS2 video games where it was multiplayer. You could play Resident Evil in a group of people, and you had to pick certain characters you could play as. There was a cop, there was I think a student, or at least some kind of waitress, reporter, and they each had limited inventory. It was basically old school Resident Evil, but in multiplayer. And there was like a zoo with I think a zombie elephant. It was hard to get off the ground, but you'd have to have the modem as well. But it has a very dedicated fan base. So I'm expecting them to kind of announce that they're going to be remaking these games, maybe for a fresh audience, so they can kind of see these characters. I'm assuming it's just an assumption because of the fact that they've kind of mentioned these characters. So it stands to reason that it could be good to bring these games back, so that you've got some kind of backstory to potentially some of the characters or the story in this one. But
it's like I said, I've never really been into the what was it? The Resident Evil franchise.
It's. I mean, the thing is, the remakes have kind of retconned a lot of the stuff. I think that they're kind of fixing a lot of the jumping of the shark a little bit. So again, we'll see what they've done. I mean, they've still kept obviously elements of 6, for example, which was very Michael Bayish. And they were mentioned in certain games there, or movies. So I'm expecting them to kind of. I mean, there's been hope that people said that they're remaking 5, which would be amazing because I enjoyed 5. So we'll see. I mean, obviously they're going to keep remaking the games. There's still Code Veronica to remake, which I think again is another cult classic, or people really kind of got a dedicated fan base for. But that was announced, and the reason why I'm kind of up and down about it is the fact that 7 and 8 have mentally scarred me for single-player gaming. When I recorded, you watched me with the devil baby fetus monster that was in 8. And
I remember that.
I was like, nope, I want to turn this game off. I really want to turn this game off. So I don't know how scary this is and what this one's going to be, but it's a single-player game, so I'm really sad because it was announced that it is actually a single-player game. So I was like, if it was multiplayer, I'm taking all you fuckers with me. Was the whole idea of it. So that got announced. There was also announced Code Vein 2. So for those interested, me and Strife, we did play Code Vein 2 on the channel briefly. We haven't completed it, but we got near the very end. And though we enjoyed it, we kind of got bored because we kind of wanted to do things above our weight class, and we were doing it, but it was kind of
I remember that. We did other things before we killed the last boss, didn't we?
So we were getting stronger, but then we were like, do we want to kill the final boss? I mean, the thing is, we were killing things pretty easy toward the end. So it might be worth it, it might not be. It depends on on the story, if like the game requires it to. But we did enjoy it. and it's coming out 2026, as well as Resident Evil 9. So for me, those two games will probably be highlights for me to play because I did actually really enjoy Code Vein. I know N7 and Kate played it briefly, and I think she enjoyed it too. So we never know. I mean, it is multiplayer from what I remember. At least I think this one still is. So yeah, that was announced, and then let's see. They also announced this one I didn't mention, but they also announced Persona 4 remake. So that I mean, this year I think it was, or last year they did Persona 3 remake, which was pretty cool. So they're now doing 4. So I'm intrigued to see. I mean, I haven't played 4 or 3 proper. I mean, 3 I played a little bit, but 4 I never got a chance to play. So I'm kind of intrigued on that premise because I don't know about 3. 3 feels like they didn't keep all the versions. So they had like a PSP version where you had a male and a female member you could play as, and then additional content on that one. So it feels like for some fans they kind of wanted the full experience on the third one. So I'm not sure. I'm waiting to see though because it looks they did like a teaser, and it looks pretty good. So that's going to keep me going for a little bit, I reckon. But yeah, they've announced a few games. To be brutally honest, most of them I'm just like, yeah, cool.
I'll be honest. Have we ever actually heard anything else about Light No Fire?
I didn't see anything, but then again, I've not fully watched all of it. They also announced Atomic Heart 2, which I never really played the first one, so I mean, I guess people like that one. Sonic Racing Cross Worlds had some more stuff announced. So this is like, apparently, this is kind of like the Super Smash Brothers of racing at the moment, because unlike Mario Kart, this thing has Hatsune Miku, Like a Dragon's Ichiban, Persona 5's Joker, Minecraft Steve as guest racers. So they've got in other franchises that aren't Sega, or well, they might be Sega slightly, but that aren't fully Sega into it, which I think is pretty cool. So yeah, there's a few things announced, but I think the Resident Evil 9 one was pretty big for me because I'm like,
it's big for you. It's big for you for the channel as well. Because, like you said, you've gone through a couple of Resi games on here now.
Yeah, people love my pain for some reason, which is just kind of depressing on that one.
Your pain is amusing.
It is, isn't it? So, I mean, obviously, I'm still been playing Monster Hunter, but yeah, that's been some good fun things there. But yeah, I can't really think much else in terms of Summer Games Fest that I was really excited about. People are probably going to ask, have we bought the Switch 2?
No.
I have not. I'm keeping my views to myself because at the moment, I think it's all been said so far, like whether you want to buy one or not. I think the golden rule is, if you are enjoying it, more power to you. I just, haven't spent the money on it because one is expensive for me, because I'm going on a holiday soon, and all my spare money is kind of going to that. But there's no games I really want to play on it at the moment, as well. And yeah, I think for me, my golden rule has always been, for me personally, if there's at least 5 games coming out in the next 12 to 18 months that I want to get, then yeah, it's a good one. But nothing at the moment really, for me personally. So again, if you are enjoying your Switch 2s, great, awesome. Hope you do enjoy it, because obviously it's the money you've spent, and you want to be able to enjoy it. But for me, it's like no, not really. It's not. I mean, I'm already getting a new PC, so for me, it's like my expenditures are going to be going on that stuff at the moment. So if I do get one in the future, I will let you guys know. But I have a Switch, but I don't think I'm getting a Switch 2 at the moment. I will be sad if Monster Hunter's on it though, but I mean, it'll be on Steam.
I'd be a little bit sad if Monster Hunter came on it.
I mean, they do the handhelds, but I mean, luckily they seem to do it on PC and on the handheld. So for me, I'm like,
yeah,
I probably will get it on Steam because Sunbreak was good on console.
Sunbreak was alright.
Yeah, I liked it on console. I liked it on PS5. You know, it was fun on that.
Mm.
But Switch, yeah, no, I'm going to see how it goes. But
See, the issue for me with the Switch, because obviously I've got the first Nintendo Switch, and I had that for a long time. It was my main console for a while. For me, it was the lack of games that were on it. And I'll be honest, I used it more as a what was it? A stand console anyway.
yeah, I get that. Yeah, no, I at the moment there's just so much stuff coming out. It's just keeping track of it all, isn't it? Really. I know that probably like the geek in me will barrow down and buy one, but from looking at the current stuff about it and my own interests in the tech, I'm just going to hold fire because at the end of the day,
Yeah.
you know, it's I can hold fire. It's not going to disappear. More will be made.
No.
The risk of FOMO or fear of missing out, I'm not missing out. I'm fine because I know
I'm the same. I don't personally feel like I'm missing out on it at all.
Well, I mean, case in point with the new Magic of the Gathering Final Fantasy cards, like they've just come out, so they're probably going to be sold out for ages. But at the same token, eventually, someone's going to get rid of some old ones, or someone's going to have some packs, and I'll grab them then. So it's like there's never it's been very rare situation nowadays where we have not been able to get something. It's just you have to wait for it. PS5 was pretty bad because we only had to wait a couple of years, but it's that kind of
that was because, and I will not name names, but you could buy one and a certain place would buy them from you for more than they were. So these scalpers were actually making a profit on them, and then they would sell them at an upmarked price for a hell of a lot more.
Well, that's pretty shitty.
You were looking like near 700. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, as we're going to see, obviously, with like the current culture as well, what's going to be coming out in terms of consoles. But yeah, no, I think that's pretty much the gist of what I think we were talking about, isn't it? Really. So yeah, we just a kind of a recap because we've been waffling a little bit. We're doing fine. I've been sick. We've been playing other games. We're doing our Warhammer stuff. We saw some of the Game Fest. We're excited about some of the games. Don't care about the others. And we're bitching about the Switch slightly, I guess. Because people are going to assume we're bitching about it, but we're not. We just haven't bought one. Because people are going to ask us, have you got one yet?
Yeah.
And we're saying, no, we have not bought one. But we have no...
Yeah.
But that doesn't mean, like, we're vilifying it. If you've bought a Switch too, and you're enjoying it, amazing. It's your money, you're enjoying it, that's all that matters. We are not, that we just haven't bought one because we are husbands. You've got a kid, with your, and
we have responsibilities.
We just don't have the capital to put that down ourselves personally. I have a holiday I'm going on in a couple of months, and then I'm going to be on my PC and my rig so that I can actually do more for future content. So all that extra capital is going to that. So it's that kind of we make no money from doing this, so it's a hobby for fun. So absolutely, if you've bought one, great. We just haven't got one, and by all means, let us know in the comments below if you've got one.
I mean, by all means, if Nintendo would like to sort of give us some freebies, like unboxings, open reviews, stuff like that, then yeah, sure, I'm game for that. You have to send us 2 of them though, if you're doing it Nintendo, because obviously it's just not fair otherwise.
I don't think that they would. We've already got 40 subscribers. I do not think that they're going to do it with us. So I think that's
you
a safe
never
bet.
know.
I will literally do the podcast opening intro that you do if we got 2 Switches from them.
If I had money now, I would buy 2 of them and I would box them from Nintendo. just to make you do the intro.
Making you waste over a grand is impressive.
If money was no object, then yes, I would.
Okay.
But unfortunately, money is an object.
I mean, if Nintendo's listening and they're going, we need to make this man suffer, let's give him 2 Switch 2s. I would just go, the hell is wrong with you, Nintendo? Why do you forsake me? I will even say this is the hour, but I would like, for that. But no, it's not going to happen, mate. It's totally not. Other than that, though, yeah, we're still going to be doing the Monster Hunter stuff. We do have Icarus coming in hopefully next couple, the end of the month, I think, potentially.
Yeah, end of the month, they said, so next couple of weeks.
So that's going to be exciting. I haven't fought him since Try, so I'm really excited about that.
I haven't fought him since Generations.
So that's going to be fun. Obviously, we've also done recently the Street Fighter collab event with Akuma. To reassure everybody, it is not a temporary quest. You can literally pick it up in the wild. There's a quest person in a town. Go and do it. It is worth doing.
Pick it up in the wild. I like what you did there.
Thank you. I try. Definitely pick it up if you can and give it a go. There's no time limit, so you can take it at your leisure. It is an interesting experience, I will say that. The combat style is kind of fun. We did try and do...
Not for me.
We did do
It's not for me.
We did do a hunt as 2 Akumas. And though it dies slower for us because of our gear, it was interesting, to say the least. I think, we need to do some gameplay of that eventually at some point. But obviously the video that you're looking at the moment is the night rain stuff that you've been doing in the background. So let us know as well in the bottom.
For me that is literally about as average as an Elden Ring run goes for me. I don't pretend to be a good Elden Ring player.
I mean, you're better than me. I've not played it yet.
It would be funny when you get Night Rain as well.
Well, that is true. But yeah, well, hopefully the next couple of weeks we will have some more content coming out. Probably, I'm trying to think at the moment. We haven't got much planned really by the podcasts, I should say, but you've got Night Rain, which you've been playing. You're trying to vote me into it at the moment. Expedition 33, I'm playing, so I might do some content. I might do some content on that, but I doubt it.
I must admit, I would like to see what that actually is all about.
Oh, mate, it is a lot of good fun. If I can get the recording right on it, I will show you, because I reckon you'll enjoy that. But it's kind of a cross between Legend of Dragoon, a French working in France, and just the most depressing story ever so far. Being old sucks. We'd both be dead now. I mean, how old are you?
Oh, wow. 35. No, 34. Nearly 35 this year.
Okay, so
it's bad when you have to start thinking about your own bloody age.
I mean, so you would have died already in the beginning of the story. Spoilers.
Cool.
Woohoo,
it's over!
Do you know what? What I reckon we should do is you should come round and I can record you, initial reaction is playing it.
Yeah, I'd be game for that.
Because I like to see your reaction to the whole story. And you're like, what the fuck is going on? I don't know, mate. That's why I love it. I'm currently in Act 2. I'm taking my time with it. Because, I'm waiting till after Florida to then buy some other RPGs. Which I will be showing off a little bit maybe to one in the year. But, we're both doing well. It's just trying to find interesting stuff to kind of show off or we can think about at the moment, isn't it, really?
That's the thing. There's only so much we can sort of do.
Yeah, I mean, it depends on what people fancy as well, really. But we still enjoy doing Monster Hunter. We're still enjoying doing pretty much everything else. But I think
I am very much, like you say, I am very much looking forward to the Icarus coming now. It's
Oh
been
god,
long awaited.
absolutely. I'm looking forward to the Geigus. I suppose the other big one is what the next collab event's going to be. I was so sad that they didn't do Dino Crisis. I was like, come on, really?
Dino Crisis would be Dino Crisis is perfect for it because then they can literally change the skins and you'd be riding around on actual raptors.
Capcom, if you're listening, we've just given you a cool idea.
Look, Nintendo won't do it. What makes you think that Capcom will?
Capcom, if you're listening to this podcast at any point, especially I know we're like 30 minutes into it, but if you hear this, please.
What you need to do is you need to put a timestamp on it that says Capcom. Please click here.
Yes, absolutely. Please, please, please. Dino Crisis, Secret Diet of the Velociraptor. You know it to be true. I mean, the other one is Final Fantasy Chocobo, admittedly, but come on. Dino Crisis Velociraptor, how cool would that be?
That I reckon is a given.
Or Chocobo, or Velociraptor.
The Chocobo. I reckon that's gonna happen.
Absolutely, yeah, that's definitely totally going to happen. I mean, I assume so anyway. It depends on what the next collab is. Oh, imagine getting the Buster Sword. That would be cool as a weapon. I mean, not for me because I use a gun.
Mm-hmm.
But, you know, Buster Sword would be kind of cool. Running around, soldier outfit, fighting monsters. So, yeah.
Yeah, that would be cool.
We're just fanboying over usual stuff. What we'll do is...
I might actually have to brush up on the greatsword skills then if the Buster Sword does come out.
Oh, absolutely. What I would recommend again, guys, is please like, subscribe, comment on the podcast below. We do enjoy making these. I'm getting better now, finally, with thanks to Strife's Stream Deck that he got me. Playing on that still a little bit.
You're welcome.
Thank you very much, sir. Please like, comment, subscribe. Let us know if there's anything that you want us to talk about in the next podcast. We try to do at least one a month if we can, or more regularly. And I do enjoy making them because they're kind of fun to get kind of a chat and have like a dialogue between each other. Especially if there's anything you want to talk about. And, you know, especially if there's anything that you're... Again, let us know if you've got a Switch 2, for example, how you're finding it, any of the games, some of Game Fest games you've seen. What do you think we would look forward to? I know Dying Light, the Beast was mentioned, and we've played Dying Light. And again, we've had
I did like the first Dying Light, but I've not played the second one yet.
My favorite memory of that has to be still how I had a gun before you. I had a handgun, and you're like,
I'm used to that now.
How did you get a handgun? I mean, I just found it. What? Where? I just picked it up. And you're just like, where the hell did you pick this gun up?
I mean, don't get me wrong, I was there with the samurai sword at one point.
That is true. No,
to be fair, my favorite memory of it was when we were up on that tower and you took the wrong zip line down.
I actually went all the way over through zombie infested bullshit just to get to you. Oh man, that was painful.
That one was funny. That one's my favorite one because I stood up at the top and just watched you go round.
Oh god, it was painful. But a life lesson: learn your directions. But yes, thank you very much, guys, for listening on this new podcast again for 2025. Have a fantastic evening and peace out.
Enjoy. Bye bye.